Holy cow. Pretty quiet streets out here in Kissimmee, Florida today. A little bit of traffic, but that's about it. Across the street there is the Grissom Funeral Home. And right next to that is what we're going to be talking about today, the old courthouse of Kissimmee, Florida. Hi everybody and welcome to the World of Micah. Today's episode is going to be on the paranormal haunted side. Just a fair warning, I did mention to you guys that the Halloween season was upon us and we were going to be improvising and digging in and doing some research for the Halloween season. And today's episode is going to be all about haunted things, paranormal things. But it's going to be fun. Nothing too crazy. So don't worry, it's going to be for all ages. But today we're going to be talking about the haunted courthouse and the tree that they used to actually hang people from, that some say is still haunted. It's going to be fun. If you're new here, click that subscribe button. It'll keep you updated on my latest video. And if you would like to support my channel, down below in the description box is a link. It'll take you to my Patreon page. Now, let's take a closer look. We are on West Emmett Street in the corner of Rose Avenue. Now, some people say that Grissom Park across the street is haunted. They've seen kids in that playground over there who would just disappear, and other stories have come out of Grissom Park. And it's always been weird to me because it's a park that's right across the street from the funeral home. But the courthouse we were going to see today has had a lot of different paranormal activity in it, including the third floor and outside, where the tree that used to be used to hang folks from, allegedly, still here, still remains. Apparently you can see notches in the tree still from where the ropes used to be. Now, as you can see outside the courthouse, there are several oak trees. One in particular is right over here. This is the old courthouse right here. Now, the statue over here has had reports of these folks actually moving. People have seen these things, I'm guessing, come to life or move around in certain ways, or maybe they have changed positions, like where they are standing. Didn't see a whole lot about this, but I did read a little bit about these statues. But I'm more focused on the courthouse. So they say you can still hear the footsteps of a man by the name of John Overstreet, John L Overstreet, in the halls of the third floor. Now, between the year 1905 and 1953, John Overstreet walked the corridors of the building. They say he found a bridge between the spiritual and the physical world. And some think that John still continues his daily rituals inside the courthouse. So some people have claimed to have heard footsteps on the third floor, right up here in the hallways, from Mr. Overstreet. And then they say this tree right here is where they used to hang folks from. Kind of crazy. They say somewhere, I'm kind of looking, that you can see the notches, embedded into the tree. I'm trying to figure out exactly where and which tree it would be from, because in my mind it'd have to be something that's going across like this, but it might be this one right here. It'd be really difficult to see from ground level, but they say that the folks who were hung here still haunt this area to this day. And the weird thing is, this is a real working courthouse. I mean, this place is still open for business. In fact, there's a place around here that gives paranormal tours of Kissimmee, and this is one of the stops on the tour, so I know this is a very hot spot for paranormal activity, I guess you could say. I'm looking around these trees trying to see if I can find anything, and like I said, it's very difficult to see from down here, but I want to see, this is the tree right here. I'm thinking it's this tree that curves right here. It would have been, the ropes would have been right up there. Holy cow, that scared me to death. Did you guys hear that? Holy cow, that car about had a wreck. Oh my gosh, my nerves are a little uneasy right now. You know, when you film things that are like supposedly haunted, your senses are very heightened. That scared me to death. Like, absolutely scared me to death. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, we're gonna continue to look around some more. Whew. That dude in that car scared me so bad. So that's the third floor, right up there. I wonder if people who work here ever hear anything. Apparently it has been documented that people have heard footsteps and different things, you know. They say Mr. Overstreet still continues his daily duties, even though he has passed on from our world to the spiritual world. It's pretty amazing walking through here. There's a nice breeze. These trees definitely block the sun, that's for sure. And I'm glad I came out here on a Sunday when this area is closed, because I'm not bothering any of the tenants or the employees that work here. It's kind of weird. That light is on in that room. Just noticed that. But there's no other lights on in the rest of the top floor. This is the back side of the courthouse here. Again, looking up at the third floor that apparently has been the spot for paranormal activity, people believing being Mr. Overstreet. What do you believe? You know, when I do these videos about haunted places and the paranormal, it's all for fun. I personally do believe in ghosts. I totally believe in ghosts. Don't believe that they are here to hurt us or anything, but I do believe that there are spirits who roam and share this place we call planet Earth with, and that's just what I believe. But what do you guys think about this? Why do they always pick places like courthouses and churches? And I think it's because those places are very old. They date back, you know, to some early times. It's kind of crazy. Also, like I said earlier, the Grissom funeral home is right over here, right across the street. The playground we're about to go visit is also a very haunted place. Some activity has been reported there as well. Came around the backside area of the courthouse now. There's a staircase right there that I think if I climb, I can see actually into those windows. Now there's no sign saying do not climb, but I don't know. I don't think I really want to do that. I don't work here. I don't, you know, belong here. And I don't want to really intrude on this place, but I guess if you really wanted to see in that third floor, you could go up there. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, I'm going to be doing a lot of different episodes on haunted places, paranormal activity type places here in the Central Florida area leading up to Halloween. I'm going to be visiting a lot of local haunts, places that are going to be having haunted houses and things like that. But every now and then I enjoy a good ghost story, and I'm glad I could share this one with you guys. All right, well that does it for the Osceola County Historical Courthouse and Mr. Overstreet. I think I'm gonna cross over the street now and go and visit Grissom Park, right over here. Another place that supposedly has a lot of paranormal activity. Okay, officially crossed the street. This is Vernon Avenue, right through here. Definitely looks like something you would see in a horror film. The way this place is laid out, the trees and the old houses. I love it. Really cool little back street areas in Kissimmee. And by the way, if you're wanting to come out here, there's plenty of free parking places like all along around the courthouse. As you can see, Sundays are usually the best time to come out here if you're wanting to visit these places. I found a parking spot right off the street. So just giving you guys a heads up. I love the way the streets are down here. The old brick streets and the hanging moss trees. It's pretty cool. It's very quiet out here today too. So Grissom Park, the park we were about to visit, I have shown several times on this channel, but I wanted to show it once again because why not? We're out here, might as well go and see what's happening at the park. Supposedly swing sets will be moving on their own. People have heard children laughing when they don't see any children here, and it's very believable to me because it's right next to a funeral home, like I said before. Well, now we've made it to the Grissom Funeral Home and Playground. Not joking. There's a sign right here that actually says that. Grissom Funeral Home, Crematory, and Grissom Playground. How wild is that? This is the playground here. You kind of get an eerie feeling when you're here, not gonna sugarcoat it. Supposedly people have seen those swings moving, and not like they're moving with the wind blowing, because as you can see the wind is blowing today. People have seen those things moving full force, as if a kid was swinging from them. People have also seen people sitting in these benches right here and then disappearing. It's like somebody was trying to break loose, doesn't it? Probably something from a storm, I imagine. Some limbs fall and all kinds of stuff happens when we have bad weather out here. This is Grissom Park. I keep saying this, but these trees look like something they would see in a horror film. Definitely something eerie about them. Be careful with these trees though, because look at all these ants. You definitely don't want to step in that ant bed. And of course I can see why people would say this place is haunted. I mean, it's connected to a funeral home. It's all a part of the same business. So bizarre, the sign up here. Serving the profession since 1836. It's a long time. You can see straight through the third floor, right across the street here to the courthouse. I just noticed I can see through the window there. Funny how I figured those would be individual rooms, but I guess it's just one big open room. I like these little buttons. You can just push the button right here and it automatically activates to cross the street. Makes it way easier than having to wait for a light. That's for sure. Well, you guys, I think we did it. I think we found all there is to find here today at the historic Osceola County Courthouse. Today's episode was purely for entertainment purposes. And like I said, who doesn't enjoy a good ghost story every now and then? But I think our adventure has come to an end, which means it's time to say goodbye. If you enjoyed this episode, give me a thumbs up. Down here is that big thumbs up button. Comment below what you think about this, and if you know anything else about this area, comment below. I'm curious to find out. I'll see you guys tomorrow on a brand new episode of World of Micah. Until then, happy haunting, stay weird, and goodbye.